Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a chapter of history that often gets overlooked. A conflict born from the ashes of another war that reshaped the destiny of a nation. Philippine-American War. How did the United States, a former colony itself, end up colonizing the Philippines? Let's find out. Our story begins in 1898. The Philippines had been under Spanish rule for over 300 years, and a powerful revolution was already underway, led by Filipino nationalists like Emilio Aguinaldo. They were on the brink of winning their independence. At the same time, halfway across the world, the Spanish-American War broke out, partly over Cuba's fight for freedom. The U.S. Navy, seeing a strategic opportunity, sailed into Manila Bay and, with the help of Filipino forces, decimated the Spanish fleet. For a moment, it seemed like a perfect alliance. The Filipinos believed the Americans were there to help them finally oust Spain and secure their independence. Aguinaldo and his revolutionaries declared the First Philippine Republic, the first constitutional republic in Asia, with a sense of triumph, but that celebration was short-lived. Behind closed doors, a different deal was being made, and the Treaty of Paris, which officially ended the Spanish-American War. Spain sold the Philippines to the United States for $20 million. To the Filipinos who had fought and bled for their freedom, this was an unimaginable betrayal. They had traded one colonial master for another. President William McKinley's administration justified the annexation with a mix of arguments. They spoke of a civilizing mission, a duty to uplift and educate the Filipino people, a concept they called benevolent assimilation. But there were also powerful economic and strategic interests at play. The Philippines was seen as a gateway to the massive markets of China and a crucial naval base in the Pacific. On February 4, 1899, the inevitable happened. A shot was fired between an American sentry and a Filipino soldier on a bridge in Manila. This single incident was the spark that ignited the Philippine-American War. What the U.S. initially called a mere insurrection quickly escalated into a brutal, full-scale conflict. The war was vastly different from the quick naval battles against Spain. The U.S. military, with its superior firepower, easily won conventional battles, but the Filipino forces, under leaders like Antonio Luna, adapted. They melted into the countryside and waged a fierce guerrilla war. This new phase was marked by extreme brutality on both sides. The Americans, frustrated by an enemy they couldn't pin down, established concentration camps to separate civilians from guerrillas, leading to horrific conditions and thousands of deaths from disease and starvation. The fighting was savage, with villages burned and atrocities committed. The war officially ended in 1902 after the capture of Emilio Aguinaldo, who was pressured to swear an oath of allegiance to the United States and call for his comrades to surrender. However, resistance, especially in the southern Muslim regions of Mindanao, continued for over a decade. The human cost was staggering. While around 4,200 American soldiers died, estimates for Filipino deaths are immense: over 20,000 military combatants and, tragically, anywhere from 200,000 to 1 million civilians who perished from violence, famine, and disease. The Philippines would remain an American colony for nearly 50 years. The U.S. did introduce widespread education, infrastructure improvements, and a system of government that laid the groundwork for modern institutions, but this was all done under American control. For American interests, the promise of independence, fought for so bravely against Spain, was delayed for half a century until after World War II, in 1946. The Philippine-American War is a complex and often painful reminder of how the pursuit of empire can clash with the dream of self-determination. It is a critical piece of both American and Filipino history that deserves to be remembered and understood. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Let me know in the comments what topic you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.